Hello everyone! It's time to share everything I colored and painted in November. As the end of the year approaches, there is less and less time to create, but fortunately I managed to do at least something, so here we go! As usually, pages that were colored for Patreon as color alongs or tutorials will be marked with the Patreon logo. And I will start with a Christmas page that I colored for Coloring Book Cafe's masterclass tutorial, and it was done only with alcohol markers and acrylic paint pens. Those pages are always a little bit of a challenge for me because I really do care about everything and I want them to be perfect. Next page is from the Imagimorphia by Kirby Rosanes, and I finally did the elephant page. I was thinking about coloring this page for quite a long time, but I never have any clear idea about the background until now. If you have this coloring book, you know that there are some doodles all around, of which I'm not a huge fan. And yeah, in other cases, I would use watercolors to cover everything, but this time I was hesitant. Fortunately, and maybe that was the reason I waited, oil pastels helped me figure out how to solve it, and I came up with this African sunset. And yes, the trees are a little bit weird, but I don't mind. I just wanted to fill the empty space. The video of coloring this page is up on my YouTube channel, but I also have a full process of doing the background on my Patreon. And of course, you will find all the links to the YouTube videos and to Patreon in the description box below this video. Let's stay with oil pastels for a while. Recently, I started to use oil pastels much more in my sketchbook. And yeah, I love how easy and quick it is to draw and complete the whole image with them. I'm still at the beginning and I'm learning what's possible to do with them, and I film everything. So these videos will be uploaded on my Patreon one by one, so we can all learn together there. The last two pictures were painted this month, so I will show you more details in the next completed pages video. And I really like to use oil pastels in coloring books as well, because they're gentle to the paper, much more than watercolors, and they allow you to do really nice things. It's just a little bit messy around the illustrations, but I'm starting to figure it out by practicing and using various tools. On the first two pages from Magical Worlds coloring book, I was using oil pastels that are a little bit harder than, for example, Mungyo. I was using the brand Artecho, and as you can see, the result is not that smooth, not so bright, but overall it was a good experience to use them. Actually, the second page from this spread was colored last month, so you can see the detail of the page in the previous finished pages video. Then I have still this one work in progress page that I started with Derwent Inktense. And here we are with this castle with magical sky, which was done with watercolors and pencils. I must admit I had quite a hard time doing the sketch for the sky. I couldn't catch the right round shape, but yeah, after a while it settled. Also, I wanted the colors to be a little bit warmer and brighter, but this is how it turned out. And yeah, in the end, I like it. Then we have the sun and the moon page, but it will be in the next month video. And then the crab page. I was using my own color combinations that I created specifically for the Nekosemi Art Academy. The academy runs on my Patreon, and this full page is there as color along with a tutorial on the oil pastel background. Now, from oil pastels to watercolors. This is the page I painted last week, but because it's a Christmas gift, I want to show it to you now, because there will be no other chance. My all-time favorite watercolor paper that I personally like more than papers like Hahnemühle or even Arches is Balhong. And when I have found out that they do sketchbooks as well, I just had to get one. This is the largest format available, which is something like A5, and I just love it. It has the same paper as the blocks, of course, but it's better because it's a book. I just wish they have A4 or A3 format. That would be really great, but I am happy with what I have. And I already did 2 paintings here, and yeah, it was a pleasure to paint them. Of course, I have more paintings, but they are in my Hahnemühle sketchbook, and I aim to finish this sketchbook as soon as possible, so I always take it with me to the art workshop to fill some pages, and I really like how the pages changed from what I did at the beginning, where it was more about swatching my watercolor palettes than painting. But now, since I started to go to the art workshop, I can focus on more complex paintings, and it really pushes me further. As you know, I don't use watercolors only in my sketchbooks, but in coloring books as well. And this is the page from the new coloring book by Maria Trolle. And yeah, this page had to be different. However, I was using paints that I am not that much familiar with, even if they are amazing, they are gorgeous, and I love them. I'm just not very used to use them. So I didn't catch the right colors, and I wasn't able to transfer my idea to the paper in the way I would like. And I'm even thinking about redo the whole background with oil pastels. But at this moment I have no specific idea, so I just leave it as it is now. However, on the second page in this coloring book, I used my go-to watercolors and you can see that the result is just awesome. Yes, I said that because I just love how the whole page turned out, and actually I really love this book, and I can only wish to have that time to color in it from the time I wake up in the morning until I fall to sleep. But we are all busy, we cannot color all day long. Luckily, I was able to enjoy a winter page in this book, but again, it was colored this month, so I will show you more details in the next video. Finally, the Alien Worlds by Kirby Rosanes. And this page was super mega ultra challenge for me. Just look at how detailed the double page is. I would never think about coloring it, but this double page was picked for the Patreon's monthly coloring books shuffle. So of course I accepted this challenge, and I'm really glad for it because it pushed me far away from my comfort zone and allowed me to explore my skills and creativity more in detail and on another level, which would never happen if I wouldn't color a page with such a detail. As you can see, I used a lot of oil pastels. They were very helpful. And I was also trying acrylic brush markers for texture, and I tried to make it look from the position of another astronaut looking through the helmet. Now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments which page is your favorite. Have a beautiful day and bye bye!